Good morning. Did you sleep good?
No.
Oh.
No.
Yeah? Always in the pots and pans. Oh. We're having pancakes. Oh wow, those are good. Breakfast is blueberry, coconut flour pancakes, blackberries, and some avocado. Food? Food? Oh. Oh. Okay, let's get you in the chair. Show mommy more. More pancakes? More? More? Somehow Sage talked me into a grilled cheese for breakfast. Okay, so for lunch, I'm actually gonna do something that we can all enjoy as a family because, you know, now we have 2 kids, even though they're not fully eating the same, they're not the same level of what they can eat, but they're pretty close. Like Oakley eats a lot of the things that we eat for dinner. So what I'm gonna have for lunch is some chicken fingers. I'm gonna make them with almond flour, because I don't have breadcrumbs. Almond flour is just gonna be a little bit more nutrient dense. That's what we have on hand. I also got some chicken thighs from the grocery store. They were actually on sale because they expire tomorrow. So we gotta use them today. That's always a great tip, is if you're trying to save some money, always just look for the markdown meat and then just cook it that day or freeze it and then you're good to go. I'm gonna actually tenderize it. This is a really great tip to make it not only easier for little mouths to chew, but it just tastes really better. I like my meat tenderized. Oakley's actually never had breaded chicken before. Hopefully he likes it. We're gonna try this together. Honestly, I try to switch it up. I know it can be frustrating when you're serving your kids foods and they don't like it. So you're just like, I'm just gonna serve them mac and cheese or things you know that they like. But this is how you're gonna help them try new things. Also just like, so you don't get bored. Like this is something, like I said, we can all eat. You know, a lot of times, like say I give him something and he doesn't eat it, Matt will be like, oh no, he doesn't like that. And I'm like, we gotta keep giving it to him. And then like 2 or 3 times down the road, like he likes it again. It may seem like an endless battle, but I promise you, just because your kids don't like something once doesn't mean that they're not gonna like it. I'm gonna put it between 2 pieces of parchment paper so I can tenderize it. You can do it in like a Ziploc bag, but then I feel like all the microplastics are gonna go in your chicken. Because I'm doing chicken fingers, I'm actually going to slice these up into strips. So I'm just gonna cut them into like, I don't know, 1 to 2 inch strips. When I'm serving this to Oakley, I'm gonna slice it up in smaller pieces anyways, but he'll still get the idea of a chicken finger. So in this one bowl, I'm doing almond flour. I'm just like eyeballing everything. I don't have a full recipe for this. To that, I'm gonna add onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, and some dried basil. You could also do dried oregano as well. And then some salt and pepper. I'm also gonna add just a dash of some coconut milk. I usually like to keep 1 hand for wet, 1 hand for dry. I like to get them all prepped and ready so that when I'm good to cook, they can all cook kind of evenly at the same time. I'll probably have to do this in 2 batches. This is usually when I listen to a podcast or something. The kids are downstairs playing, so this is a nice time just to have some time for me and some peace and quiet. I just preheated my pan with a little avocado oil. Okay, so adding our chicken on. The reality is, oh, don't pull my hair. Hey, hey. Ow. Okay, Oakley. The reality is, when you're a mama, you usually have to cook with 1 hand. So this is real life. Ow. I just did my hair. Okay. No, it's not funny. Hey, I'm gonna pull your hair. I likes it. Okay, on the side of the chicken, I'm gonna do some pineapple and blackberries for fruit and just some avocado, keeping it really easy. We also have a ripe one. He definitely likes his fruit, but he gets picky on which one he likes at different times, and I just have to play a guessing game. But I think right now he's into blackberries and pineapple. Whoa, 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 that's a big burp. These are looking good. I'm gonna flip them. This is what mealtime usually looks like. Food's not ready yet. You have a hungry 1-year-old. This is why I like to meal prep, but it's Monday and we're just getting into the week. Okay, I think the chicken's almost done, and then I gotta let it cool, which is like the struggle. And I'm gonna put the rest of the avocado aside for Sage's lunch. Oakley eats earlier than her, so at least it spaces it out for me. This little piece is definitely cooked. For sure. Are you excited, Oakley? I know it's so hot. Here, avocado and some more fruit. Why is feeding a 1-year-old so stressful? I mean, it doesn't need to be, but some days it is. So I'm just gonna slice it up. It is super moist. This is why I like to use dark meat. It has more moisture in it and actually more nutrients, and it just tastes better in my opinion. I always go for the dark meat. Cut this up into little bits, and then maybe we'll stick this whole thing in the fridge. Okay. Oh, it smells so good. I'm gonna try a bite. Oh, I know, just, hang on. Hang on, this is just, I'm gonna put it in the freezer. In the freezer. I know they say you're not supposed to blow in their food, but like, I don't want him to burn his mouth. I think he likes it though. Is that good? Those are pan fried to perfection. At least my cleanup is gonna be so much easier because nothing's stuck to the pan. We got our fruit, avocado, and chicken, and a very hungry little guy, so let's feed him. Oh my gosh, I must have stepped on a okay, that was my bad. I stepped on a blackberry. He must have thrown it on the floor. He likes the chicken. This is a huge win because it was risky. When I was thinking about making this today, I'm like, I could be going through this effort and he's not gonna even touch it. And now, while he's eating, I'm just gonna finish cooking up the rest of the chicken and everyone can have it for lunch. So this is like a great meal for the whole family. So easy. He's a thirsty boy. This is a huge win. One more food added to Oakley's like list. You like it? Mm-hmm. It's so good?
I said thanks. Thank you, Mommy.
She likes it. All right, Oakley's down for his nap, so I'm gonna do a quick cleanup of the kitchen and then I'm gonna start meal prepping his dinner. And no, you don't need to cook all day to feed your kids, but we're home for the holidays now and I just have like some recipes and stuff that I wanna prep ahead of time. And I have a busy week coming up with work, so I just wanna prep as much as I can today to make the rest of the week so much smoother. I also usually just like to pick one day and cook a large batch of food for like the next few weeks, and I find that really helpful too, so I'm not spending like all day long in the kitchen cooking. Speaking of a non-toxic home and kitchen, I just like to use natural cleaners as well that are food safe. This is just an all-purpose one I make that I just dilute with water, and I can use it throughout the entire kitchen. I'm not kidding when I tell you that one of the top 3 questions I get every single week is what pots and pans you use. And I think the reason why is that it's really hard to find non-toxic but high quality cookware that's gonna last, because a lot of times you'll buy one of those like cheaper ceramic pans that you use for a few times and your eggs don't stick on them, and then all of a sudden they're chipping and they're falling apart and you have to throw them out anyways, and then you need a new pan. When it comes to pots and pans, I want something that A, is non-toxic, but that also is gonna last and be durable with my everyday cooking, because I cook a lot, especially for my family, and I need something that is going to hold up. I wanna say a huge thank you to Caraway for sponsoring this video. I have been wanting their pots and pans for probably the last year, and I finally got myself a set. I'm in love, guys. These are the most gorgeous, high quality, non-toxic kitchenware set I have ever used, and just the design is truly beautiful. What I love too is that they give you thorough instructions on how to use and store your pans to make them last the longest. They're coated in a ceramic coating which makes them naturally non-stick, and they are 100% non-toxic. As I think about the healthy changes I want to make in the new year, paying attention to the materials and ingredients that I'm cooking with is a top priority. And because they're non-stick, that means you need less oil and butter. Food will literally slide off, and they are a breeze to clean, as you just saw. They also have a beautiful food storage set that is also non-toxic. It's made with a ceramic coated glass. It is basically multi-purpose. They are so versatile. You can even put them in the oven, their freezer, microwave safe, dishwasher safe. And I love them for storing all of my leftovers, my meal prep. I just chopped up a bunch of Brussels sprouts and radicchio for the week just to make some salads with the chicken. It's such an easy and beautiful way to store. I also love that the top is see-through so I can actually see what's inside. Tell me I'm wrong, the stuff that gets in the back of the fridge that I can't see what's inside, I just never actually eat. I can't recommend getting non-toxic pots and pans for your home and in your kitchen. I love Caraway. I would recommend getting their cookware set because you'll save 20% off when bundling. You can also stack it with my code HealthNut Nutrition to save an additional 10% off, and you can use that code off their entire website. I'm gonna have them linked down below. I truly love all their products. I know you will too, and just the fact that they have storage options for you as well, like, makes life so much easier. I'm gonna put these in the fridge. All right, time to make Bolognese. This is actually a lentil beef Bolognese. So if you wanted to make this totally vegetarian, you could just do all lentils. I usually do canned, already cooked lentils because it's easier, but I actually have the dried ones, which I keep mentioning in today's video. Budget friendly, but it's the new year and I'm sure everyone spent a lot of money last month. So we need to save where we can, and I just have them soaking to help them cook a little quicker. But I think I'm just gonna prep the sauce and then just have it cooking for the rest of the day until Oakley's dinner. Both the kids are actually outside playing in the snow. They gotta get their snow in because we're about to go down south for some sunshine, and I'm so excited. I like the snow, but for a short period of time. This recipe is so simple. It's actually in the Baby HealthNut cookbook. I'll link it below. You can just have it on your phone or tablet, whatever makes it easier. A lot of people actually print the ebook as well, which is super handy. I've been wanting to do that myself. Pound of ground beef. We also have some tomatoes. We have onion, garlic, carrot, celery. I usually do cremini mushrooms, but I have shiitake, the lentils, some herbs. I'm just doing basil because that's what I have right now, and we'll add some dry stuff, like dried spices as well. I need my little food processor because one of the tricks is to pulse everything together. It's good for toddlers too, because Sage will be like, there's carrot in my sauce. And so if everything's really small and uniform, they don't complain, okay? And we need less complaining from the little ones because they're driving me insane. Okay, I'm gonna get like the largest pot because it's just gonna make a lot, and I'm gonna have it simmering. So I'm gonna get that going, and we'll just chop everything up, and we're gonna saute the veggies, the garlic. I'm gonna add in the meat, and then we'll just kind of throw everything together and let it cook on a simmer for like as long as we can. And I love this recipe because I can cook a big batch of it and I can freeze it for future meals, which is super handy to have. And my thing with meal prepping for, especially for toddlers, you don't, if they love a food, don't serve it to them every day for every meal, okay? You're gonna ruin their favorite meal. I promise you, just don't. You want them to keep enjoying that meal as well as other meals. All right, we're gonna add our veggies to our food processor. I might have to do this in 2 batches. Perfect. I also have some fresh basil and parsley. Don't be afraid to add lots of fresh herbs and flavor to your baby and toddler's food. This is how we are gonna make it taste delicious, and this has so many great micronutrients in it. Okay, I like to do one side veggie sauteing, the other side meat. That way I don't have to like pull off the meat and then add in the veggies. This is just another way that I make things quicker. It's still a little frozen, but honestly, my childhood was frozen ground beef straight from the freezer to the pan, and we ate delicious meals. So don't feel like if you forgot to thaw your meat, you can't use it, because you can. My mom literally made the best chicken wings last night for all of us. They were frozen in a solid block. I don't know how she did it. She's got her ways. Get my garlic in. I actually see the kids coming back. So I'm just gonna let this saute. I'm gonna start getting Oakley's snack ready because I wanna make sure that he has a good enough spread in between his last like snack and dinner so that he's actually hungry. You don't wanna be giving your kids like a snack 30 minutes before dinner time, then they're definitely not gonna eat their food. The food that you worked hard to cook, and then you're gonna think they just don't like it, but no, they're just not that hungry. My rule of thumb is no snacks an hour before dinner. I was outside, huh? Hi. We're gonna have a quick milk break, and then I'm just gonna do a really simple snack since I've been cooking all day. But yes, Oakley is still breastfed. I got asked so much with Sage when she turned 1, like when I was gonna stop, and I felt like I had to stop at 1, and then I felt like embarrassment that I was still breastfeeding a 1-year-old. It is so normal. It's so good for them if you're able to do that. You know, and he's at a phase, like he definitely wants milk in the morning and at night, but during the day, he kind of will just snack depending on how he's feeling. He knows how to sign for milk. It's not like his main thing now. He eats regular, like his regular meals. That is also what he eats in a day. So I just want to talk a little bit about that. But I have so many videos about my breastfeeding journey. I'll put a whole playlist and link it down below. Okay, I gotta go check on the food. Oakley, you good here? You good? For tomatoes, I actually like to buy the whole tomatoes peeled because apparently the Italians tell me this is the freshest. But you need to go in there. It's good. Good thing I'm wearing red. And you need to give them a little smush. It's a very sensory experience, but this is how you're basically making crushed tomatoes, but you're buying them pre-crushed. Add those in. My fresh herbs, my dried soaked lentils. I just gave them a rinse. Paprika. And the rest of my spices. Okay, getting a little water for Oaks. There you go. If you hear some random gremlin noise in the background, Oakley set off Sage's Furby, and I don't know how to turn it off, so. Oh, you're thirsty. Okay, what's this? Banana.
Banana.
Yeah.
Banana.
You said that so good. Furby. It's driving me nuts. So what I like to do is, if you just squeeze your banana, if you just give it a little squeeze, it'll actually break into 3 parts. Yeah, like that. And I like to make them like a little banana, I don't know, like cracker. Put a little peanut butter. He just inhaled that whole banana. Okay, relax, dude. I'm not even done my snack, okay? Okay, then you take some hemp hearts and you're just gonna sprinkle it on top. If we're out of the house, I definitely rely on packaged snacks. I just try to save those for like when we're on the go and it's not as easy to do something fresh like this. Okay, I'm gonna get him in the high chair and he can eat while I finish his snack. I feel like every time this kid is eating, I'm like rushing in the background to get more on his plate. Some blueberries. Another great snack option is sometimes I'll do like yogurt, either regular yogurt or coconut yogurt, and I'll put some like brown rice puffs and some fresh fruit. And it's a fun little yogurt parfait, which he likes as well. You okay? That was a lot of peanut butter. Oh my goodness. Take a breath. Okay, I'm gonna do more. Yeah, you like this snack, huh? Don't worry, I'm gonna wash my hands. I do this all the time. I just use my sleeve as like a hot mitt. If you wanna know what some of my favorite packaged snacks are for Oakley when we're on the go, make sure you're following me on Instagram and TikTok because I'm gonna be doing a little haul, like a snack haul there, showing some of my favorite brands and the ones that we always have on hand. Okay, now is Sage's turn. Let me know if you want me to do like a dedicated video on what Sage eats in a day, but her schedule's been different lately because she's been home for the holidays from school and stuff, but trying to keep her on somewhat of a schedule and make sure she gets outside time every day because otherwise she goes crazy. Do you want to try some cheese? Here you go. And Sage's snack plate done. So she's still outside playing, but when she's back, she can have this. Are you singing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star? I just want to really quickly go over some of my favorite products for his age right now in case you are watching this and you have a 1-year-old, and you probably have a 1-year-old if you're watching this. When it comes to water bottles, I don't do sippy cups. The ones that have like a spout on them, I've heard it's not good for their oral development, so I just didn't use them with either one of my kids. I like sippy ones like this. This is like a mini Stanley. I also have this one for both the kids. It's a stainless steel one. This is great for travel on the go, very durable, and you can even write their name on the bottom for school. I actually have a matching set. This is a stainless steel thermos, and I didn't use this with Sage, but this is really helpful for if I'm bringing hot food even to a restaurant or on the go. That way I'm not limited to just cold snacks. So I actually really like that. I also love these, like, I think they're called like the 360 Miracle Cup. Really easy for them to hold on to, and it doesn't spill. So I love this for just not making a huge mess. The other one that he has, I usually use for a smoothie cup. This one has like a weighted straw, and this one has lasted forever. I originally gifted this to my niece, and then Sage had it, and now Oakley has it, and it's a great smoothie cup. I've done a whole like TikTok about this cup. That's how much I love it. This is something we recently got. We haven't actually tried it out yet, but I've been wanting to do. They're like the pouches that you buy at the store, but it's reusable. I've been wanting to put smoothies into them because he really likes smoothies, and I just feel like this might be an easy on-the-go version, or just putting like a yogurt or something in here that you can just reuse it and not have to buy the store-bought ones. These snack wheels, Oakley is just getting into it. I bought him a mini one. Sage has a large one. She also had a mini one. I feel like we used it more at the 1.5 like plus mark, when she could actually push the button. But I love these because you basically, there's a flap here, you load them up, they have different compartments, and this button turns the compartment so they can actually choose what they eat. This also comes with a little strap, so you can attach it to like the straps on their stroller. And then when they're still little, like his age, these little grab cups are so helpful for even dry snacks or fruit, anything that you can really put into them. I will attach this to the strap on his stroller, and he can just grab snacks out of there. So I love that. And then we're not really using utensils as much. If he's eating something saucy, I still use these little ones. I'll link them down below. They also have a spoon. I think they're by Bumpkins. And then there is the larger style like this, which we haven't gone into. He uses his hands a lot for eating, but I am planning on reintroducing utensils more consistently for mealtime. And then we do use these like suction plates, but more so for me just to place his food in there, not so much for him to eat out of. Unless I'm doing like a yogurt parfait or something, or applesauce, then he can just scoop out of here. But that's pretty much, those are just some of my favorites for snack time. Oh, maybe we do need to use that. We had the house baby proofed by Kitty Proofers. I'll link them down below. I get a lot of questions about the gates and stuff that we used for, or that they installed for the house. These were actually in our last home. They uninstalled them and put them in the new home. We have them at the top and the bottom of the stairs, and it just gives me like peace of mind. When Oakley is up here, I know he's not gonna fall down the stairs. We also bolted furniture to the wall so that nothing is gonna tip over, especially the dressers in the kids' rooms are both bolted. Question for you guys. So these are Guardian locks that we got installed by them as well, and these are just extra security. So if you have toddlers that know how to open the door, this like actually locks the door from up top. So it's great for just extra security at night, but also keeping toddlers inside the home. My question is, have you seen Guardian hooks that are travel friendly? Because I want something that we can bring with us to the place that we're renting, and I want it just to be able to kind of pop in and not be something we have to drill into the wall or anything. But comment down below if you've seen anything like that, because that would definitely be really helpful with Sage. Because like she doesn't open the door, but she knows how to. At least right now it's like snowing and a blizzard outside, so she's not just gonna go outside in like her socks. Although she can get dressed now for the snow real quick. I will link all the baby proofing stuff we have down below because I do get a lot of questions about that. It's officially getting dark out, and I'm just getting ready to feed Oakley. With mango, I just make sure it's really nice and ripe so it's soft. So I turned it off so it's not boiling anymore. This is what the sauce looks like. I did a quick immersion blender to make it a little bit more smooth, but it smells and tastes delicious. I had a little taste test and it's so good. I also cooked up some chickpea pasta, which I like because it's a good source of protein. And I like the spiral one because it just grabs the sauce a little bit more. Ball. Ball. Can you say ball? Ball. I just pinched them in half, or I'll use scissors, but there you go. And look, I got mango. You got mango. You like it? Yeah. Oakley's like the first one to eat and go to bed in the house. So he usually has dinner at 5 o'clock, and then he goes down for the night around 7, unless he like had a shorter nap, which seems to be like every day. He's really having trouble making it past like the hour 20 mark. Ideally, he would be taking a 2-hour nap. Actually, I forgot to show these. These are the tiny cups, great for, go slow. They're just messier. It's a great way to train them to be able to use a regular cup that's open and doesn't just have a straw, So I prefer this at mealtime, because he's eating stuff, and if he has a straw cup, it just goes into, he literally chugged most of that though. His food literally just gunks up the straw cup and stuff, and it's kind of gross. So I prefer this. It's easier to clean and also teaches him how to use a cup. Here, no, look at mommy. Look at mommy. Look at mommy. Okay, look. Want the big spoon? Want the big spoon? Yeah. Good job. Oh my god, he's such a big boy. Yay! He's sad because he wanted the cup again and he almost spilled it everywhere, so I had to take it out. The other thing too we're still doing is sign language. So sometimes he does it, sometimes he doesn't, but usually I'll say more. He's really hungry right now. We'll say more, more. Yeah, don't be silly. Yeah, bring it to your mouth. There you go. To be honest, he hasn't used the open cup for a bit. We've been kind of lazy doing just the straw, but that's fine. Do you want more? More food? Thank you. Okay, so we got a little sad, so we busted out the freeze-dried strawberries, which are delicious. And a great way to get back on track, maybe. Like, I feel like he's still hungry because he was really going at it in the beginning, and then the water thing. You have to be careful because some of the fruit ones like are a little bit of a, like the texture's not as great for babies, but the strawberries are really a great texture, and the freeze-dried apples. Oh, so you're happy now? You know what, this is perfect because I actually want to segue into the fact that Oakley doesn't eat everything. I know in today's video it looked like he was scarfing everything down, which he's, you know, some days are like this and I'm like, oh wow, he's loving everything I'm giving him, perfect. Other days he's like, no, no, no. And it can be really frustrating as a parent when you're like taking the time to make food for your children. Sorry, Sage is like full on playing house downstairs. But yeah, it can be really frustrating when you're a parent and you're taking the time to make food for your kids and then they like decline everything. But just keep at it. My biggest thing is like just not to give up and don't stop giving them new foods just because they didn't like it once. Just keep serving them variety, and I definitely add his favorite foods in there so he gets excited at mealtime. Like I know he likes the mango, but pasta for like months he did not like pasta or rice. I love these little silicone molds because they just make portioning out leftovers for meal prepping so easy. And then I know like, okay, usually Oakley will eat like 2 portions at each meal time, and it just allows for less waste. A reminder to check out Caraway. I highly recommend their cookware set because you'll get 20% by bundling, and then you can stack my code HealthNut Nutrition to save an additional 10% off. So it's an amazing deal, great way to start off the new year, and you can use my code for their entire site. So I'm gonna have everything linked down below, as well as everything that I shared in today's video, as well as the recipes on where to get them. I will put that below too. Even the chicken fingers, I just eyeballed that, but I wrote down like quick measurements so you guys can try making them at home. They were really tasty and definitely worth a try with your little ones. If you're used to just buying like the freezer ones, try making them yourself. It's actually not that bad. As you saw, it was pretty easy to do. I hope you found this video helpful on some ideas on what to feed your little ones, your toddlers, your kids. Like even Sage will eat this pasta recipe, so I feel like they are very versatile recipes no matter what age your kids are. Thank you for watching. Leave me any questions down below in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe. I post here every single week, and thank you again to Caraway for sponsoring today's video. Bye guys!